Hello, Capricorn rising. This is your new moon and Aries solar eclipse report for April 19th, 2023. In the next couple of weeks, the new moon is going to be in your fourth house of home and family. And you're really wanting to put a lot of energy and action into that area. But keep in mind, the North Node in Taurus is still in your fifth house, as well as Mercury, retrograde, Uranus, all in Taurus in your fifth house, which is inner child, children, creativity, joy. So you've been reworking your values in that area. It could be a situation, and if you are in a position where you thought you didn't want to have kids, where the Mercury retrograde is like, maybe I do. Could be a situation in which you maybe have a creative project that you thought you didn't want to get into, and maybe you're rethinking that. There's so many possibilities. I mean, it just depends on where you are in your life. But there is something to do with creativity, inner child and children, even romance, that you're rethinking and having to understand how all of this works into your life. And, the fifth house and the fourth house are really about inner work, inner development. And that is what this eclipse cycle is about for you. Inner self. Are you content? Now, the ruler of the new moon is Mars in Cancer in your seventh house of relationships. That could be a little hairy. You're really feeling into, is this relationship right for me? Is it going to work in my inner self? I mean, is this making me feel good? So there could be a little tension in relationships with regards to who you have in your life and how they work into your family unit. Do things need to be redone there? But definitely feeling into the people in your life as a way to understand your own emotional security. Now, Mercury retrograde in your fifth house, which is the creativity area, the inner child, the children, the romance area, is ruled by Venus in your sixth house. So Mars retrograde went through your sixth house from October to January. That's daily life, work, routine, and health. And there could have been a lot of frustration in that area. Venus brings a little bit of a soothing touch to that area. So work may not seem as bad, routine, health may seem a little better. And now you're like, now that that's better, maybe I do need to rethink what is fun for me, or rethink how I value my inner child, my inner self. Am I giving myself enough time, enough love, enough attention? I think that's going to be the theme here for the Mercury retrograde for you. Something to note is that April 28th and 29th, the first quarter square of the moon will be in Leo. It will square the sun, Mercury, and Uranus, Mercury retrograde and Uranus. And this could be a little bit of a tense moment, a little blip of that was rough. And it's in your eighth house of investments, shared resources. And it may be that someone you have an agreement with is not in alignment with what you want out of life, and or a contract that you have. It could even be like loans, debt that you're accruing. Is that working towards your joy? Is it fitting? You're going to have to think about that. So good luck. I'll see you May 5th for the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which will be your 11th house of networking, goals, and future. All right. I'll see you on the flip side.